Hello everybody and welcome back to Holiday Motel Simulator. This is the second video of a first look at this game. If you didn't see my first video, go and check it out so you'll have an idea of what actually goes on here, but I will just fill you in anyway. So we have a shop to run here, we have a motel to run here as well, where we have to renovate all of these rooms, decorate them, and then once we get guests in them, also take care of them, like clean them and do the washing, etc. and keep them at a good standard, and then check people in and out in the office as well. We've also got a beach out the back where we serve food, serve drinks, and do all lots of good stuff over there as well. Our next task, though, is to get our shop online, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, the game has had a patch since my first video. I haven't noticed anything new exactly, just from running around. The only thing I have noticed is it's ruined my decoration. So you can't really see it too much in here. I have to go upstairs, you'll see it up here. I'll put the light on up here. So if you saw my first video, I'd already done this by the time I brought you in for that video. However, now all of my decoration, you see it's like glitching out there and the old wall is coming through. There's some old wallpaper here that's just like shining through my new wallpaper. Some of it's missing completely. I've got a stripe there. The ceiling is not even completed. It was fully painted and now it's only half painted. So yeah, the patch has ruined my decoration so far. So I'm quite glad actually I'd not started on any of the rooms, because if I'd have decorated a couple of the rooms and then a patch happens and it's just ruined all of my rooms there, I'd be pretty disappointed at that. But let's move forward and get started on this shop. So, shop till it's clean. So basically we just need to clean the shop up then. So let's head inside. Have we got a light in here? You might wonder why I'm doing this in the dark, particularly if you didn't see the first video. Is there a light in here? I can't even see a switch. The reason I am doing this in the dark is because almost inevitably it's going to get me to put an order in. And in the previous video, if you saw it, I ended up sleeping for like 3 days just trying to get orders in. Because they only come in the morning, so you end up just sleeping. Because we're not open yet, you end up just sleeping for hours and hours and hours. So rather than do that, I thought we'd do this in the dark, but I thought there would be some lights in here. There probably... surely there are. Yeah, there are. I can see them hanging. So there is definitely lights in here. I just need to find the switch. Don't think I have a flashlight or anything like that on me. I can't even put a light on to see where the switch is. We'll have to learn where it is. It's not going to be over here, though, is it? You would think it would be over by the counter or by the door. Is that it? No, that's not a switch. You'd think it'd be here somewhere. Who knows? Right, let's press Z and see what we need to do here. So we've got 20 more pieces of garbage. They must be upstairs. Okay, we've got a little bit of light here from the, I think the motel sign. It's not too bad up here. I mean, everything kind of glows like this anyway, so it's not that bad, but I'd still prefer this if it was a bit lighter. Right, that is done. We'll throw that down there. Okay. We'll throw that down there, and hopefully this time it doesn't bounce back up. Clean the floor. We'll do that now. Since we're already up here. Give that a bit of a mop. We'll give this a bit of a vacuum. I think we're okay up here. There's possibly just this graffiti that needs cleaning. Obviously, I can't really see, but I think it's probably just the graffiti that needs cleaning off here. Warning, bad energy. But I didn't actually read that before I clicked it off. NPC was here. Well, they didn't have to graffiti the wall, though, did they? Right. Now, there is a power thing here. I wonder if I have to turn the power on here. No. It's definitely... must be a switch somewhere. Right, I think it's clean up here, though. I think everything else is downstairs. I can't believe there's no light switch. Oh, well. I'm sure it's staring us in the face as well. You know when it gets light? Like this huge thing on the wall. Even says switch above it or something like that. But we're almost finished with this anyway. That done. One's done, and finally that one. Right, that's all of the floor cleaned. So we just need to back this up. Like that. Oh, I like the reflection in the window there. That's pretty good. Quite nice glass reflections. Right, now it's just graffiti cleaning. There's a bit just here. I quite like the fact it's quite nice, isn't it? That graffiti with the neon glow around it to show you where it is. Works quite well at night. Maybe we can invite them back to do some artwork for us. Right, that is done. So the rest of it is putting walls, ceilings, and floors. Actually, just walls here. It's not asking for ceilings or floors here. I guess it's because it's like a shop. It's already got that shop ceiling in it. So we just need to do the walls in here. So that's not bad, although I really do need light for that. Not being able to see is not helpful. Got to be a switch somewhere. Has to be. But on the outside, maybe? I mean, maybe if I clicked open, it would automatically light up. It could be one of those type of things. I can see there's a switch down there. Is that a... That's not going to be a light switch, though, is it? Because there's another one of those over here. Kind of look like... It could be something, I don't know. Alright, we'll throw those away in a bit. It won't be that difficult, I suppose, but I'm just going to chuck some stuff on the wall. So, let's buy some stuff then. So what... We need something that looks kind of like a shop, don't we, really? So wall tile or something like that. We want something that looks good in a shop. So I'm thinking wall tile or wall panels for this. Though none of those really scream shop to me. Definitely, I don't think we definitely don't want a wallpaper. Paint, we could get away with paint. Maybe Sandman? It's not bad. We'll go with Sandman. Let's have a look. Where do I need to paint here? Is it just... I think it's just here. I don't know if it wants me to take that wooden wall down or not. I don't think it does. I think it's just here and up there. I'm going to go Sandman. We'll paint it Sandman. Of course, the issue we have is I have no idea the true shade of this paint. So by the time daylight rolls around, this could be absolutely horrific in here. But I just have this feeling that the game is going to say, right, now order some products. And I don't want to lose like another 2 or 3 days of time just sleeping it away. I don't know that it really seems to matter because there's no, to be honest, there's no bills at this stage. So I don't think it would matter too much. Okay, we're almost finished. I had to fold in the end. I had to go to bed and sleep. It was just too dark. I just couldn't see what I was doing enough. So I had to go and sleep. So hopefully the next test isn't by stock, but it probably is. Yes, indeed it is. It is stock. So we're probably going to have to go and sleep for an entire day again now. When I was painting, I actually came across a couple of things that I just want to mention. So the first one is when you place a paint can down, at the moment you cannot pick it back up again. It stays in that position. I cannot pick this up. It doesn't matter what I do, I can't pick that up. So it just stays there. That's going to stay there forever now. There's nothing I can do about that. That's just going to stay there. Hopefully it'll... like when I load the game in, spawn somewhere else at some point, but yeah, I can't move this, so that's a bit of an issue. I've also found that with the wallpaper and any flooring or anything like that as well, you can't pick the box up. You have to like empty everything out one by one, and you store it all one by one. It's kind of weird. So those two things are a bit annoying, as well as when you're buying the paint, for example. So the paint we just had, which was the Sandman color, so that's on the second page here. If I purchase this, it then just throws you out of this menu, as you saw at the beginning, and you place your paint. I would prefer it if it stayed in that menu, or I could buy multiple ones there, because then when you go back in, it always just starts you out at the beginning again. So whatever you were on, so like if you're painting a big room, you then have to go and scroll through and get to your colors again, rather than just leave it on the page. There are a couple of things that I've just found a little bit annoying there. Right, so we're going to have to stock this place then, are we? By the sounds of it. So let's see. Journal. Stock it like it's hot. So order 30 items in total. Place them on the appropriate stands. Serve 5 customers. Okay. So use the computer located at the counter on the shop. So I think it's this one. We've actually got a separate PC here. We've got a PC inside the office as well, which is purely for the motel. That's got a list of all the rooms and everything that's going on in them, and I assume guests and stuff in there. But you don't have any of the shop stuff on there. So to order stuff for the shop, it looks like we're always going to have to come into here. So they're on 2 different systems, which is interesting. So we haven't got like one overriding computer here. We have to go into separate areas. So we've got our phone for taking care of most things, but then we come in here and then we go into the office. So it's like everything's in a different place. 30 items then. So we've got beer, energy drink, soft drink. We have got food. Here we go. So we've got food as well. Runners. These were these in Motel Manager? I think these are the same products we had in Motel Manager Simulator, aren't they? Or similar ones. I've had them somewhere else, but they look similar to another game I've played. Anyway, let's then have some... We'll have... Are these just one packet of runners? Or is this like a box of runners? I assume this is a packet of runners? Got 5 of those. 5 of those. And we'll have 5 of the vinegar ones. We'll also have some Doritos. And we'll have the chili ones as well. We'll have 5 click wafers. And 5 chicken noodles. Drinks, we might as well have a few of these things. I hope these aren't coming in massive stock, but I can't think that they are at this price. So we'll have 5 of those. We'll have 5 hoppers, 5 blues. We'll get some energy drinks in as well. We get some soft drinks while we're at it. Might as well get some Zulu Red. Some of that stuff. Maybe get some cigarettes as well. There we go. I think that should be enough. I must have gone beyond. Go to your room and sleep until the morning. I knew that was coming. Absolutely knew that was coming. I like this. We've got branded... Ooh, I like that. We've got branded shelving, look. So our Locos, so our Doritos, will all go on here. I quite like that. But unfortunately, it's now 7 a.m. and I am done for the day. Oh, what a difficult day at work that was. Oh, that hour we've just done. I am absolutely exhausted. Let's go to bed and sleep the day away. Tell you what, our guy works really hard. Really hard. Oh, what a day. What a day. Alright, so we've slept until 6 a.m. the following day, so we've had 23 hours of sleep. How anyone could sleep for 23 hours straight, I have no idea, but we've managed it. Right, place the goods on the designated stands. Appropriate stand, prompt will appear. Okay, so if I just come... So these are all in our inventory then, which is here. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Okay, so you press it and then you get a box. Okay. Cigarette stand. General food stand. So I can place my hot noodles on here. There we go. Okay, so you get it out first and then walk up to the shelf. So shop stock. And then if I click Locos... No. Why? So we managed to get one thing out there, but now I can't do anything. Is it because I've got all of these... Hang on a sec. I think that's because I'm... If I just do this randomly like this, yeah. So this is what happened with the food in episode 1 of this. General food. What have I got in my hand? I can't remember actually what I've just picked up. Oh, well, they can go on here. No, they can't go on here. They're not general. Did I pick up locos? Must have done. Why is it putting them on all... It's putting my runners on every single rack here. Okay. We've got loads of runners because it gave us plenty to begin with. So we'll put 30 packets of those on. So what happens here is, if you go into stock, if you go into the individual tabs of this to make it a bit easier, none of those work. You have to do it in the everything section. Otherwise it doesn't work. For some reason. Big freezer. Big freezer. Frozen beer. I thought it was just a fridge. Well, let me place it in anyway. For some reason. It lets you just place it. I don't like the fact it doesn't kind of let you place this wherever you want. It's a bit, you know. I can't choose a shelf or anything like that. It'd be quite nice if I could choose the shelf, I think, where I want things. And it's also like mixing stock. So it's putting things in front, like on the beer, for example, it's put it in front of the other beer. So I'm not that keen on that side of things. I think that needs altering, because that's, I mean, how are you supposed to keep track of what stock you've got then? I guess it'll tell you in the computer, but it's not very neat, is it? Because I would want to put my spicy logos on the spicy shelf. I don't want to put them on the cool shelf. How annoying is that? So hopefully this sort of stuff will just get sorted at some stage. Like, it is early access, so you know, these little things can be sorted. Have we got anything else that I really need to put on here, or shall we open? Got the cigarettes. We might as well chuck some of those on. I think I'm just going to chuck these cigarettes on, and then we'll open and see how it is to serve a customer, because that's kind of what I'm interested in here. And we'll chuck some of the rest of the stuff on later. So, open the shop. Take our phone down. Open the shop by switching on the neon sign outside. Then serve 5 customers. On. Alright, so we're open. I think I did switch the lights on, actually. We have lights now, because I never did find a light switch. So, yeah, I think that opening actually switches the lights on. Okay, our first customer is arriving. It's taking a while for people to sort of make their way over here. This is our first customer, so let's have a look to see how they shop, see what their habits are. Okay, so the items just disappear. They don't walk around with like a basket or anything. Just a bit of a shame, but... Please refrain from climbing into my refrigerator. Okay, a lot of backwards and forwards action. Ooh, we got another customer. I can see a shadow. Yeah, a lot of backwards and forwards here. Here we go. I think she's coming over our way. Right, so I need to get in my radial menu then. I've got a scanner in here. So this is used for the shop. I've exploded your goods into cash. Thank you. Okay, so there is no serving as such, so you don't need to like give change or put a card payment through or anything like that. You literally just hold your scanner and click it, and then it bursts into lots of money. And there you go. You're all done. Part of me likes the simplicity of that, but I think I would rather it if you grab this scanner, for example, or if you had this one in your hand, but you scan your stuff through and then you deal with the customer. Even if you didn't really have to give change, because I know sometimes giving change can get quite annoying. So even if you didn't have to give change, like if it auto did that, I don't mind that. But if I don't know, if I just had to scan some stuff through or give them the receipt or something, it just feels like there's something missing here. Like just clicking items like that. I don't know. I think I'd prefer a little bit more on that one. Hopefully one day they'll use like the trolleys or something as well in a basket, rather than just walk in and then just items appear. But I don't know. I mean, obviously this game is not a out and out shop simulator, so it's not like this entire focus is on the shop. It's just like part of it. So we've got our shop, we've got our beach out the back, we've got our motel to run, so there's a lot of other things going on. So I don't know, does it need to be so intricate? I don't know. I think personally I would prefer it if it just had a little bit more to do at the checkout here. But then, you know, if I was making a series on this, by episode 7, do I have an employee in here and basically just come in here and restock because I'm busy doing motel rooms, I'm busy at the beach, I'm busy in the office? Probably. So, I don't know. Right, please buy something so we can tick off our task list. Please, just one thing will do. I don't care. Just, I don't mind. Just one thing will do. Because then hopefully we're going to be able to have a look at a room. So I've been playing this now for around, I would say 2.5 hours, maybe a touch more. And I still haven't had access to a room yet. I don't even know what they look like. And you would feel like the motel is like the main portion of the game. So it'd be nice to see, wouldn't it? What that's all like. Right, task is completed. So if I then bring up my phone, we can see what's next. Room for profit. Here we go. Accept. Buy 1 toilet roll. Are you coming to... All right, we'll serve you. I was just going to close and then kick this person out, but she's actually finished. All right, thank you. Thank you. Quickly, quickly, quickly. And closed. Sorry about that, sir. We're closed. Right, buy 1 roll of toilet paper and 1 towel. You can find them in the motel mart under service. I've done this before. I did this in the public toilets that we have in the service tab here. Go to your room in the lobby and sleep until the morning. It is the morning! It's 7:37! I do not need to sleep. I've been awake for an hour and a half. I've got a whole day's worth of energy behind me. I find this building you into the game. I've got a couple of thoughts on it. Number one, I think it goes on a little bit too long, like just putting decoration in your own spaces and stuff. I don't mind it for like the first half an hour, get used to it, great. Then I want to get playing the game. I feel like I'm constantly being like, I'll go and sleep and waste another day. And then, you know, now we go to the parking lot just to pick up some toilet roll. I've already put toilet roll in. I put it in the public bathroom. Already done that. Go to room 1, right. At least we can get in room 1 now. But it has taken a long time to get to what I feel like is the main part of the game. And we're still not like, we've not even been open yet. I've still not, oh, room 1's downstairs. We've not even opened up like everything yet. I'm still not run anything. We just had a little go of everything. I feel like it's just gone on a little bit too long. Right, let's clean some stuff. At least we can create a motel room now. Okay, right. Take this as the bathroom. Anything? Okay, so there are some things in here. I bet these can be saved. Sell the bathtub. Oh, apparently they can't, because in the public bathroom. I just want to see if you can do that, actually. In the public bathroom, we were able to clean them up, and they came up a treat, didn't they? Look at that! I don't need to sell these things, they just needed a wipe. So we're going to have to sell them. Maybe I'll get more money for them now. But it's really pointless. They are fine. There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. But sadly, I'm going to have to sell them anyway, because the game wants me to. Alright, it's the graffiti cleaned. Garbage is probably... Destroy old furnitures. We'll do that next. I think I've got a crowbar somewhere. There it is. Destroy. Right, so those all gone. Then we'll do the garbage, because that's kind of a bit messy everywhere. Is that cash? It is money. Make sure we don't throw that away. Is that it? I think that's it. It says it is. So we'll roll with that. Grab the other bag. Alright, let's grab this cash. How much was that? I thought you'd actually have to press it. So I was just about to press it, but I ended up walking through it. I don't know how much that was. I'll have to go back and see. I have no idea what cash we were on before. The only thing I do know is I started with $20,000. I've nearly spent $10,000 now. And we haven't even got a room open yet. Alright, so all that stuff for mopping. Yes, it is. Right, then we need to clean the window. And then it's just a case of selling those old items. So now we need the scanner. So you do use the scanner everywhere then, basically. So we can sell the toilet for 75. I should have checked this, shouldn't I, before cleaning it? Whether I get that value for it or not. Right, to renovate the walls, ceiling, and floor. Materials at this stage can be found in the phone, as always. Should we start in the bathroom? I feel like this is a good place to start. Right, we'll do the floor first. Floor tile. I want a nice floor tile in here. These are both wooden, these Katsumotos, so I don't want those. I'd rather have tiled floor. I could go with just generic, like Leviathan, so generic white tile on the floor. Oh, hang on a second. I forgot. This isn't actually the floor, is it? I learnt this in the previous video and I've forgotten already. Yeah, this is not the floor yet. We have to take up this underlay or whatever it is first. I really hope, like in Sunset Motel, there's going to be perks in this game. So as we progress forwards, we could choose some perks. And then we could, you know, select an area of like 4 or 5 squares instead of just one at a time. Something like that. Even if they were purchasable perks. So rather than like a level up system, you could have purchasable perks. So once you're earning a bit of money, you could go, right, do I want to spend $5,000 or something on a perk that enables me to do everything much faster? Yeah, I probably do. I'll spend $5,000 on that. It also gives you a reason to keep making money as well. Like when you get towards the later stages of the game, you're just making money hand over fist sometimes. Something else to spend on, isn't it? Okay, let's have another one of those. That was Leviathan, wasn't it? This is what I was talking about earlier on. It now just takes us back to here. Why can't it just stay where I wanted it? Like, just leave me here, or let me buy multiples of this. Because I knew I need more than one, so I'd have probably bought 2. But as soon as you click it, you're out of that menu. And you have to go all the way back in again. That's quite annoying. Right, that's done, and I also can't pick this up. So that now will stay there unless I move it individually across to the other room. So if I just... There's no button here to, like, grab hold of this. I've looked in here as well, like in the radio menu. There's no, like, tool or anything you have to pick up boxes with. Absolutely nothing. You click on your hands, but it just takes one thing out all the time. Or 4, but then we have to bring it over here and then just dump it in here. If you want it out of the way. So that's a little bit annoying as well. Okay, so we've got that in here. I think we'll do the wall while we're in here then. So we want some tiles for the wall. What colour tiles do we want? The grey looks quite nice. I like the idea of that. That's not too bad either, but it might be on just one wall would be better. Marble Desire. Should we have a look at this? It's a bit too marbly. That's not bad, actually. We'll have that. That's not too bad. It doesn't look anything like it just in there. It's completely different. But it'll do. It's a bit green in places as well, isn't it? It's weird. Like on the left, that looks very green, but when you look straight at it, there's not really any green to look at. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if that's a lighting thing or... Looks like it's mouldy on the sides. It's like half my pack was mouldy. Okay, so I've got the ceilings done. I've also done wallpaper around half of the room so far. I'm tempted maybe to paint. I was just going to do a feature wall. But I ended up going around anyway. Should we just go around the whole thing or... You know what? I'm going to go around the whole thing. I was tempted to paint a feature wall, or have this as a feature wall and do some painting then, but because the painting takes quite a while to do, and this is only a sort of first look video, I think if we were doing a series on this, I would then paint a separate color around, but I just want to throw this on. So I just want to see what happens really when we get to the end of this and how it operates when you get a guest in here, that kind of stuff. I just want to see that really, so I just want to hurry up and get some stuff on the walls and the rest of the flooring done. So let's just wallpaper it all up. I think if I ever came back to this game to do a series, we may redo this room. Oh, are you kidding me? I need one more. Can you believe it? One more. Yeah, if we ever turn this into a series, I'll just come back and redo it if we don't like it. Actually, it's not bad, though. It goes well with the white skirtings, white door. So, I'm okay with that. I don't think I'm going to be able to move any of this stuff. I can't move the paint. I can move these. So I can take these and dump these over here. I just can't move the paint can. Which hopefully is not going to be in the way. For the flooring. I think we'll just go with like maybe a wooden floor or something in here. It's just easy. So floor. If we just go wooden panel or something like that, let's pick a nice floor for in here. Something like that maybe. See how it looks. Not as dark as it's okay. It's not quite what I saw on the screen there as I was picking it, but never mind. We'll roll with it. We had to do that in, was it Motel Manager Simulator, where nothing really kind of looked the way it should. Right, back into floor, wooden panel. Yeah, so that was way darker. I was expecting like a darker wood there with a glossier finish. This is kind of like a lighter wood with slightly sanded finish. Right, hopefully one more box is enough, but I have a feeling it might be 2 more boxes. Actually, it was perfect. Good. Right, so that is that done. So we need to put some stuff in here. So this is where it looks even more like Sunset Motel, isn't it? Reminds me very much of it now. So we need to put in ceiling lamp, wardrobe, TV stand, the lot. So these are all in phone room section. Come into here. Is that just in the furnitures then? I assume we're in here now, aren't we? So we need... I wish you could have all of that stuff up to tell you when you've done it or not. I know we've got it all here, so I know roughly what we're getting anyway, but I think we'll have a globe. We might as well have a globe light. How many ceiling lamps are there? Oh, there are quite a few, actually. There are quite a few. Casino Royale. Actually, I quite like Casino Royale. Let's have that. So we'll have a Casino Royale at the top here. Sort of dead center, if I can. Always a tricky thing to do, because it's a bit of guesswork, but we'll have it there. I'm slightly over to the left, actually, but it'll be okay. So we've got a ceiling lamp. I really wish you didn't have to keep coming back in and then going to find where you were. Why can't I just buy this stuff, have it delivered, put it in? Or even if it's like instant delivered into my inventory. The fact we're going to have to keep coming in and out of here is really annoying. Let's choose a nice bed. Norman Steel. Let's have Norman Steel. It's got an interesting name. Norman Steel. Now, if that paint can is in the way, I am very annoyed. No, well, it kind of is and kind of isn't. Okay, the bed's going there. With a can of paint at the foot of the bed forever. Right, bedside table, night lamp. So we'll put a bedside table in. Ideally, you would have two of these. Do they come in a pair? Probably not. One there. And we will put one on the other side. Yeah, this needs work. I think a lot of people will get frustrated by having to come backwards and forwards constantly to buy things. You've already built this type? What? I can't have a second... Why can't I have a second one of the same? How many people in the world would just have one bedside table for a double bed, or have another one that maybe doesn't match the other side? Most people would have one equal... Well, man, never mind. Okay, so we'll just have the one of those then. Maybe it's because it's the first room and it's a bit on rails. We'll have a wardrobe. Try and find something that looks half decent. There are some interesting types here, actually, I quite like. I think we'll go this. I think this is more in keeping with the kind of colour scheme we've got going on. But I like some of these. These massive ones look good. Because they're going to fill a wall up, aren't they? Like, I bet they would fill that entire wall, which would be quite nice. We'll just put our wardrobe just here. This is reminding me quite a bit now of Sunset Motel with the layout I'm kind of going for here. Furnitures. We need a lamp for that table. There we go. We need a table, a TV, chair, and a TV stand. Okay, so we'll put the... We'll put the table... What kind of tables we've got? These are all like desks and things then, so... None of them really go, do they? Maybe Marble Fantasy? None of them really look quite right for this room. Maybe this one will look okay. Maybe not. Kind of looks like a kitchen unit, doesn't it? That's not what I expected that to be honest. I know it said I thought it was going to be like a marble top. I didn't think it was going to have those legs on it. I thought that was going to be different to that, but never mind. We shall have a chair to go with it. Are there any comfortable chairs? Or have we just got kitchen chairs? Got a semi-comfortable chair. We'll have a Jetson. Why not? I'm starting to get quite a few frame rates now. I had this before as well. If you play for so long, I've found, As soon as you go over like 40 minutes of game time, you start getting a few frame rate issues and you have to boot the game. But hopefully we'll reach the end before it gets too bad. We need a TV stand. Right, is that in front of the bed? Make sure it is so they can see it. TV stand, and then we just want a TV. So it doesn't look like you have to... That's not a TV. This is TV stand. TV. It doesn't look like you have to plumb this in or anything like that, so you don't need to... I like the amount of designs there were there. I'm just going to put this one on here. I think it'll be happier with that. Yeah, I like the amount there were there. That was quite good. Like, if we just go back before we purchase anything else, in this TVs, usually there's only like 2 or 3 to choose from, but I quite like these. Look at that. Fine ones. So you've got different ones to hang on the wall and different ones to put on the bottom. Feels like there's a bit more choice there. Which is quite nice. Right, what does it want in here? It wants... Well, we're going to have to move some stuff here. Okay, so I've moved everything out from in here. Let's purchase some stuff. I did try and reboot the game then as well, but it hasn't actually auto-saved in the last half an hour. There is no manual save at this point in the game, so you can't manually save this at all. So it does save after every single task completed, so auto-saves, but there's no manual save. So you can't get like halfway through a task and go, you know what, I feel like doing this later. You'll end up starting back from where you were, unfortunately. It is coming. I don't know why it's not a thing already, but yeah, it isn't. Should we have a Jarvis? Let's have a Jarvis. An interesting tub there. Not bad. It needs shower as well. Now, can I just put a shower above that? Or do we need a separate shower then? Shower. So it doesn't look like there is actually a shower cubicle. It looks like it's just purely showers that hang over the bath. Which is fine. In fact, I'm going to have a little one. Just have this little one down here somewhere. So that they can grab... There we go. They can grab that while they're in the bath. Have a little shower as well. Grab ourselves a toilet. For some reason, we had to get rid of the one we had. There's some interesting designs here. Look at that. It's like a pure wooden toilet. I like the fact there's some different ones of these. What a Kraken looks like. Not bad. A bit more jet black than I anticipated it being, but felt like having a look at it. We'll put a sink more or less where I am, I think. So we'll go back into the bathroom. Sink. Let's see. Should we have a... Well, it looks like we have a built-in... A built-in unit or nothing by the looks of it. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we would have some like freestanding sinks and things, but nope. They're all... Which I don't mind. I quite like these. Have that sort of... Let's see, as you walk through, we'll come straight into the sink. Make sure it's at a good level. So something like that, probably. A little bit high, but never mind. Difficult to line that up. Put a mirror over the top. Like so. Is that actually reflecting? Kind of. Not a true reflection. It's kind of. We need toilet paper holder. And a towel rack. They're in service, aren't they, I think? Towel rack. Can go just there. And a toilet paper holder can obviously go next to the toilet. And then we just need a ceiling bulb. Is that in the bathroom as well? It is indeed. Interesting. So we have some lights that are for ceilings, for bathrooms only then. Have a cheap Nova. Right, so that is our first room done. I already have some toilet paper, I think, so we'll restock that. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We have some frames back. Doesn't it make a difference? I don't know why that happens. After about 40 to 50 minutes of gameplay, it just seems to really struggle. Right, so we have a new task, which hopefully is like open up guest expectations. Here we go. Serve your first guest. Right, here we go. We can finally open. I've been wanting to do that for about 3 hours now. Just to see what it's like. So we can have a go at this, and then I think we'll end this video. As for a possible series on this, I have a lot of things obviously running at the moment on the channel, so I'll probably wait until we've done some of those things, and then maybe come back. I mean, the game doesn't actually come out till the 18th of September anyway, so there'll be obviously patches and stuff between now and then, and probably afterwards as well. So, you know, it might be better if I wait a little while before diving into this one anyway, so some of the bugs get squished, particularly like with the decorating. Like when I loaded up today and found that my decoration had been largely gotten rid of, I don't want something like that happening if we've got like 5 or 6 rooms on the go and all of a sudden they're all broken. So I might wait just a little while for that, but we'll see after that. Right, what do we do here then? Go to your desk, wait. Okay, client lobby. What do I do here then? So room 1 is ready. 175, that's worth. Wow, 175? Pretty well there. Do you have a room available for 4 days? Yes, I do. Did she just take... Oh, she just took the key. Maybe that's because we only have 1 room. I was expecting to... honestly, I was expecting to... Yeah, I was expecting to give her the key and stuff, a bit like Motel Manager Simulator. So I think that's it then, isn't it, really? So after the guest checks out, collect the room keys. The clearly labeled shelf. And then guests check out in the morning, so it's best to sleep until morning. To save time, sleep a number of days. The guest is scheduled to stay. So we'd have to sleep for another 4 days to then check the guest out, who hasn't actually closed the door. Is she in here? I mean, she's closed the blinds. But she didn't close the door. I can still come in. Right. Well, I think we've had a good look at this then. I think we'll leave it there. I think the only thing we would have there is to clean up after the guest. And then it would be, like, wash the towels or something. So I think we'll leave it there. We've kind of seen how that works now. We've seen how the bar works. We've seen how the cooking works. We've seen how we renovate and do all of that. We've opened the shop. So we've had a good flavor of everything. I quite like the game. It, you know, needs a bit of polishing in places. But there's a lot of good stuff here. There's a lot of ideas. It is a fairly large game. There's a lot of stuff to do, isn't there? I mean, you'd be quite busy working at the beach bar, working here, doing some food, checking guests in and out, renovating further rooms, working in the shop, making sure everything's stocked. It feels like you'd be fairly busy. There's a few things that get on my nerves that I've mentioned throughout the video. But otherwise, it's a solid game. I'll stick with them and see how it progresses. But as I say, for a series or any possible series, if you're wanting to see a series on this game, do let me know. But any series that comes on this game will be in a little while time. I'll probably let a few game updates come through first, let it get a bit more polished, and then we'll try it out further down. Although we'll probably pick it up from here, so we might just have to continue on from where we are. But yeah, we'll probably do that. So if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like. Consider joining and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you for another video very soon.